jersey the league has ever seen, right? If I don't make it, bet the fan will. Watch the city fall in love with us.
All right, here we go. Happy Thanksgiving Eve to Knicks Nation as the Knicks get another win, this time in an NBA Cup matchup against the Charlotte Hornets, 129-101. Light work for the Knicks, man. 5 starters in double figures. Captain Clutch Jalen Brunson leading the way with 33, and pretty much a almost wire-to-wire win for the Knicks, man. Pretty light work, man. But shout out to the role players, everybody stepping in. A new starting 5 that we're going to be interested in speaking about. Plus, we're going to talk about what we are thankful for as we head into the Thanksgiving holiday as it relates to Knicksgiving. What are we thankful for as it relates to those New York Knicks? All of that, plus our giveaway of the night. Call us up on the KFTV Discord. And once again, hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel. Salute to the replay gang, and salute to our franchise channel members, CP the Franchise, CK2K in the building. Let's talk about it, man. Let's go. All right, another night against an NBA bottom feeder. You know what they're gonna say? It's the Hornets, just like the next game. It's the Nets. Let me see you do that against insert team blank. However, CK, there's always something to take away from these games. Even when I watch, we watch them preseason, we watch summer league. There's always something to take away. So in this one, the key for me was simple: defense, defense, defense. Accountability from the embarrassment that was Saturday. I was there. I traveled there and back. It was a mess, and they quit. That wasn't great to see. But one thing's for sure, they all took accountability for that loss against the Magic. You heard Mike Brown talk about the defensive mentality. I talked about it on Knicks Weekly on Sunday, where, having those conversations with Antonio Daniels. Defense is a mindset, not a skill set. And so what we see over the last 2 games is them just upping the pressure, upping the intensity, and being on a string defensively. And that's what I want to see, because after that, everything will come second nature. And that's what we saw today. It's really, a lot of it was their defensive focus for a large part of this game was on point. And as a result, they took care of business, man, against a team that they should have taken care of.
Yeah, 100%. And, their number one guy, LaMelo Ball, had a rough game because of said defense. I mean, I'm sure the memes are going to be in the chat talking about him shooting those shots that, aren't winning play shots. But a lot of that was because of, like you said, the defense. I thought Mikal Bridges did a really good job making his life uncomfortable today. Knuppel, who is having a really good shooting season as a rookie, a lot of their options, I felt like, slowed down throughout the entirety of this game. We can go down Brandon Miller. We can go down the list. And you're right, only 101 points in the game. Yeah, you got to tip your hat to the way the Knicks played their defense here today. So I'm with you on that. That was the biggest key. I couldn't stop talking about how the Orlando Magic scored on us in the paint with ease on Saturday. So you see them take advantage of a Brooklyn Nets and Charlotte Hornets team and slow that down so we can get ready for those big name teams going forward. We got Milwaukee on Friday, so hopefully we're learning something from today and on Monday. So, yeah, defense is key. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, take care of the games you got to take care of, but lock in and focus defensively. And, part of that was how they matched up tonight. And that was the main story coming into this game, because although the Block Nest monster, Mitchell Robinson, was active and available, he did play, Mike Brown opted to bring Mitch off of the bench and went with the starting 5 of Brunson, Deuce, Hart, Mikal, and Towns. So I thought this was a twofold move. Number one, to match up a little bit with a smaller, quicker, more athletic Charlotte team. And so I was definitely on board with that. And then, offensively, that opens things up for Towns at the 5, gives him way more room. And that's what we got tonight in terms of Karl-Anthony Towns' output. He continued to attack the basket, but the Knicks were utilizing him in that post, and he was destroying the mismatches, passing when needed, and just getting efficient offense.
Yeah, back-to-back really good starts from Towns. Again, we talk about notes from the Saturday game against Orlando. My biggest one was the slow start from Karl Anthony Towns on Saturday, and we saw in Brooklyn him completely turn that around. And then, in my opinion, again tonight he had a good first half. But even Josh Hart took advantage of those minutes, of those starting minutes, of the spacing from that starting five because it seemed like it was a lot more fluid for us to get the shots that we wanted to get. With the five we had tonight. That was the conversation with a lot of people on, was it a mistake to not start Mitch? Does Mike Brown not have any faith in Mitch or anything anymore? No, I think it was just the simple take that the matchup, it just matched up better for the team, especially against the Charlotte Hornets. And the spacing was key. So, yeah, man, I'm really happy with the start from Karl Anthony Towns. We needed that today. But, 19 points in the first half from Josh Hart. I'm sure we're going to talk about him. He was great in that first half, shooting the ball with confidence. I asked for him to do this on a consistent basis. We know you can shoot the rock, but sometimes you don't look to do it. You did that today, and you got 19 points in the half. Yeah, the spacing was great. Captain took us home. I was fine with them getting funky with the starting lineup today. It made sense for this game. I had no problem with it.
Made sense. And you mentioned everybody with the hot hand. Well, everybody was following the lead of Captain Clutch, Jalen Brunson, who once again led the way. 33 points for Cap. Easy 50% shooting from the field. 14 of 28. 2 of 6 from downtown. 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Light work for Captain Clutch, man. And this was just one of those games where, he has one of those games where he just shows off his entire arsenal. Like the way that and it's just a perfect tape for the haters. Brunson this, he's a free throw hunter. He's just the way that he's able to manipulate defenders into either falling for his fakes, the stunts, or drawing contact. To me, it's an art form. And the way that he uses his physicality to create that separation, you saw it so many times tonight, operating from multiple levels of the court. It was just one of those nights, man, where the basketball's an ocean for Captain Clutch. And hey, to me, best point guard in the East. LaMelo take notes. Yeah, K dropped 42 tonight. He did. I'm going with Cap, man.
Yeah, but he missed the free throw that matters, CP. So have your 42, man. Your free throw, put your team in the dirt. Gotta make those free throws down the stretch. Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. I call it feet work, man. I love the feet work from Jalen Brunson.
Crazy.
You gotta watch him at all. It didn't matter who was in front of him. That's what I love about it. Sometimes they had those switches with the bigger defender, and you think, there go little JB. He's not. Man, it does not matter who it is because that side step is nasty. The jab step is nasty. The way that he is scoring at every level, whether it is around the rim, the mid range, that fadeaway free throw shot that he had. JB just put it, like you said, it was a perfect tape, like reel to put out there on how you're supposed to guard Jalen Brunson because he gave you everything. He said, I can score any which way. So, I'm 100% with you. That third quarter especially, JB just went on a clinic, and it was really nice to watch. Yeah, it didn't matter if you were big, little. It doesn't matter. He was scoring on you with ease. So, Captain was doing his thing today. I'm with you.
Masterful performance by Jalen Brunson, our player of the game. And so, overall, great job by Captain Clutch. Now, as it relates to the role player of the game, now this one was tough because it seemed like every Knick player was eating tonight. It didn't matter who Charlotte threw at him. Seemed like everybody had it. But I got to go with this guy based on tonight and how he's trending. It's a close one, CK. But our role player of the game, Mikal Bridges, man. I got to go with Mikal, man. 18 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 8 of 11 from the field, and 3 steals for Mikal, man. And, when I come into this show talking about the accountability and how these guys, really wanted to bounce back after Saturday, Mikal Bridges, Captain Clutch always holds himself accountable, but Mikal Bridges always holds himself and the team accountable. You see more leadership from him this year. And, so many times in this game, you saw what Mike Brown classifies as that next game speed. And there was no play that was more indicative of that, where Mikal Bridges gets the tip and steals it. And then on the other end, catches an alley-oop by Tyler Kolek for the scoop lane. And that was I think that was in the second quarter, I believe. That's Mikal Bridges, man. He's having a great season, bro.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Tyler Kolek, Mikal Bridges sitcom to get started because every time those two on the court together, it's magic, like instantly. But here's the thing, everyone knows me as the Mikal, president. I'm the Mikal Hive president, and I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna deflect a little bit. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. If I were to choose my role player of the game, CP, I'm actually, and I know you said it was close, so I know this guy is probably the other guy you were looking at. I'm gonna be real with you. I've been challenging him all year. He donned the interview with you in the off season. My role player of the game goes to one Deuce McBride. I've been challenging him all year to have the night like he had today, to be confident, shoot the rock, make the buckets. He hasn't averaged in double digits at all in his young career yet, and I said this is the year. And I've been looking for nights like tonight. That dude could not miss from the three-point line, CP. And matter of fact, he did not miss the three-point line, CP. He went 5 for 5 from three. Not only did he make his shot at a high clip tonight, the defense has been consistent all year long. Say the same about Mikal. I'm going to talk about it from here to Timbuktu, how great Mikal's defense has been. But right there behind him has been Deuce McBride, and I think today was another one of those days. He was, again, like I mentioned, when Mikal making people uncomfortable, Deuce was doing the exact same thing. Knuppel had one of his worst shooting nights. I get he's a rookie, but he's been shooting the rock at a high clip all season long, and tonight was not one of those nights. Brandon Miller had some issues against Deuce. So if I were to go, I'm going to give him the edge. It's almost like a Mike Brown, like, I know, like, Mikal, you've been great, but this is a morale kind of pick. I would go and give that hard hat for role player of the game to Deuce Miles McBride. I think he had a great game, like 19 points, man, 5 for 5 from three, 6 for 8 from the field. Come on, Deuce. That'd be my tip.
Hard to go against it. Team high plus 27 on the night for Deuce. 6 of 8 from the field, 19 points, 5 for 5 from downtown. And Deuce all year, he's been shooting it with confidence. Hasn't always been making it. But tonight, 5 for 5. A couple of those coming off of the Knicks' offensive rebounding ability. So you had to like that. And Deuce really just snapping the nets. But overall, with that smaller lineup, when you have Deuce and Brunson, Hart and Mikal with Towns, it gives you a plus side to that, especially offensively. Just gives you so much more ball handling options.
Right.
It gives you so much more ball handling options, and it allows the Knicks to play faster. You space out more for Towns. And look, they came into this one with the league's best offense. So, all these tweaks is not necessarily saying that they're taking it a whole nother level, but a way to be more versatile with the different lineups that Mike Brown could deploy out there.
Yeah. Yeah, 1,000%. And again, it works in his favor too, because we've said it, like, as much as we want him to be that backup point guard, that's not who he is. He's an off ball guy. He likes to work off the ball. He probably make a shot here and there while having the ball in his hands, but just to make him an option to be able to, on time to time, be able to get that shot with the ball in his hands, but also Hart's out there with it. Mikal Bridges also another one. We already know about the captain. It makes his life easier as well. Like you talked about at the very top of the show, the spacing on the floor, and when you have multiple options of guys that can handle the rock while others can go and get their own shot, drive, cut, get to their spots, I think it only makes his life easier. So he took advantage tonight, and I know it's just against the Hornets. Well, man, got to start somewhere, and that's the kind of confidence booster that Deuce is going to need. So I loved it. I was here with it.
Shout out to my 2 cents on the chat. Big-time franchise channel member, never misses a show. He's calling us out right now, CK. He said,
What do you say?
Because I went with Mikal as role player of the game. You went with Hart as the role player. I mean, and with Deuce as the role player of the game. He says he's calling us out because we left Hart last. He said Hart should have been it. 19 points in the first half. He said Hart should have been it, man. 22 points for Hart. 8 of 13 from the field. 4 of 6 from downtown. I mean, you can't say he's wrong, man. Can't say he's wrong. There were a lot of viable candidates tonight for the role player of the game, bro.
Yeah, in my defense, like I said, I pulled a Mike Brown with my choice. How Mike Brown, how game 1 he gave Jordan Clarkson, who, mind you, played solid defense, but it was clear that OG should have been the hard hat player of the game, but he gave it to Clarkson, for morale purposes, CP. So that's what I did. I chose Deuce because, I want the morale. I want to let you know I see you. If I was on the podium post game, the way he went like Mitchell Robinson, that'd be me about Deuce. Like, it's a morale thing. Yeah, I know Hart had a great game, but Hart, he's been the heart of the team. We know that he can have these kind of games. Deuce went out there, shot the ball great tonight, so I'm trying to up him today. Deuce McBride, like Deuce. Mike Brown. I'm trying to do it.
Yeah,
so
that's
why I went. That's why I went.
100% dig it. But you know what? For Hart, he's come a long way since that disastrous game against Chicago, and I'm just pulling up the numbers now. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. Looking for the splits because they noted this on MSG's telecast. And in the month of November, family, Josh Hart, 12 points, 7 boards, a true shooting percentage of almost 63%, an offensive rating of 123, 41% from downtown. So when you're looking for a more confident shooting Josh Hart, the month of November, he's back.
This is it.
He's back. So, to be able to be a floor spacer, play off of Towns, that's kind of like the swing skill for him, if you will, because everything else, the floor is very high for him, right? You're going to get your boards from him. Tonight he had 8. You're going to get your dimes from him, 7 assists. So he's playmaking, he's playing fast, he's pushing the ball up tempo. As I mentioned, another ball handler to play alongside Brunson. But now he's shooting, and he shot a contested corner 3 in that first quarter. Remember that? I mean, he had a guy draped all over him. He was damn near in the Knick bench, and he shot that. He had another dope move where it was like a spin move turnaround jumper. That was I was saying, yo.
He was acting up, man. Yeah.
Josh Hart was going crazy, man. So 22 points for him, as I said, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 8 of 13 from the field, and 4 or 6 from downtown. Josh Hart, hey, if only we can play Charlotte every day. But so far, he's having a hot month. So, can't necessarily say it's just a Charlotte thing because overall he's been hot this month, the entire month.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm always a fan of when Hart is confident in his own jumper. That is a pleasant sight to see because we give him a hard time because sometimes he goes to the rim and he ain't even looking at the rim. Tonight, not so much. So yeah, man, keep it up. November Hart. We got 2 more November games, right?
2 more.
We got Friday and Sunday. So all right, let's keep it going.
2 more. Let's keep it going, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Super Chat just came in. Let's see who shot that in. Shout out to Omar, number 1 on the chat leaderboard, $5 Super Chat, and just says, hey, Knicks Nation. Dropped the orange and blue hearts on us. Shout out to Omar. He says, Hart set it off in the first. Bridges picked it up. Miles jumped in. And Brunson in the third. A complete team effort. Yeah, it was. I thought it was definitely a complete team effort tonight. As CK said, look, as bad as Charlotte is, they still had some guys trending in the upward direction. Knuppel, he's been probably the best rookie in the league so far. Obviously Cooper Flag is going to get the acclaim, but Knuppel, what was he shooting damn near 60% from 3? So, and so for a Knick defense is coming in with one of the worst 3-point defenses in the league. At least they didn't let him show them up. At least they didn't let him show
we're
up.
guilty of letting guys that people probably never heard of. Some people might not even know who Knuppel is.
Yeah,
he could have had one of those nights, and people would be like, "Who is that?" Well, it didn't happen tonight.
Okay, let's shout out another super chat that came in. So to everybody in the chat, 129-101. Knicks beat the Hornets. Call us up in the KFTV Discord. We're going to load them up shortly. Bang! Shout out to Wise Guy. We see you, man. Franchise channel member. $5 super chat from Wise Guy says, Happy Knicks giving, KFTV fam. What team is circled on your calendar? You know what, CK? I'm starting Friday, man. I'm not looking past the next opponent. We're looking for Friday. We're looking for revenge, and you know who's trying to get healthy for this game. We knew it when they announced Giannis with the groin injury a couple weeks ago, and it was like his recovery time is going to be around 2 weeks evaluated. I said it on Twitter. He's coming back for the Knick game Black Friday. He traveled with the Bucks tonight to play the Heat in an NBA Cup matchup, and I believe Miami won. Miami won 6 games in a row now, 106-103. Miami wins. So I think Milwaukee, you're going to have to keep me honest with the NBA Cup conditions here because this is it. This
Yeah.
is it for the quarters.
Yeah, Miami helped us out, actually, because now all three of us are at 2-1, so it comes down to the differentials. But also, if we beat them, that gives us a better shot, especially if we beat them by a lot. Yeah, I don't mean to piggyback, but that's my answer, too. I was going to say the same thing because, like you said, it's also the revenge part of it, not even just the fact for the NBA Cup purposes. We're trying to get our lick back, you know what I mean, against the Milwaukee Bucks. So, yeah, no, that's I would say them. But if to stay away and have a different answer, I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, this team that we beat in the playoffs last year, they're feeling themselves right now, CP. You know, these young guns out there in Detroit, 42 from Cade, he's having a good run. They're feeling themselves a little bit, man. I love me a good, measuring stick. So let's go see what happens when we play against those Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
Let's get gritty with them. So if I were to not say Milwaukee, which would be my answer, I'm looking to see when we play the Detroit Pistons, man. Let's see how we're actually looking. Let's go.
What do you guys think in the chat? What is the team? What is the date that you are circling on your calendar? Leave a comment in the chat and we'll take a look. Plus, remember to call us up. Knicks Giving. Give us a couple things that you guys are thankful for. Is it a player? Is it a particular trend? Is it a particular observation that you have about the Knicks so far as we approach the 20-game mark? We are 17 games in. Knicks Giving tomorrow. What are you guys thankful for, man? Give us a call on the KFTV Discord and let us know. CP the Franchise, CK2K in the building. Speaking of Knicks versus Bucks, Black Friday. If you guys are in the New York City area, make sure to pop into Clinton Hall 36. That will be the site of our next KFTV watch party. DJ Eric L. Beats on the ones and twos. Live game audio first and foremost. Great food, great drinks, and it just overall just a great atmosphere. Hosted by MC Cedro. Will be in the building as well. And shout out to DJ Eric L. Beats. We'll have giveaways, we'll have prizes, we'll have the whole nine on Friday. Clinton Hall 36. It is a family show. Kids are allowed with a RSVPing adult. And everybody free, man. Just go to KnicksFanTV.com to sign up and RSVP. And salute to Clinton Hall 36. Okay. All right, CK. Let's take a look at, before we get to the calls, let's take a look at the key stats of the night, man. Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Key stats of the night, man. Hey, hot one for the Knicks. Shot 57% from the field, 52 from downtown, and 89 from the charity stripe. For the Hornets, conversely, 41, 30, and 75. The Knicks win the rebounding battle 41-35. Win the assist battle 26-15. Turnovers, 15 Knick points led to 19 Hornet turnover, led to 15 Knick turnovers led to 19 Hornets points, and 17 Hornet turnovers led to 21 Knick points, 64-40. They win in the points in the paint side of the house. Largest lead of the night, 31 for the Knicks to 6 for the Charlotte Hornets, man. Well, what was your key stat tonight?
Fast break points. I love seeing that we not only beat them in fast break points, but killed them in fast break points, because that means that we are, in fact, playing defense. Because a lot of those, like you mentioned, when Mikal Bridges come off of those steals and the fast break pushes, Tyler Kolek did a really good job in pushing the pace. Hell, Karl Anthony Towns had a few of those great outlet passes. I love when we are committed to that, getting that stop and getting it to the first person that is down the floor and taking advantage of the defense walking back. So to win 20-5 in fast break points, that's a big deal to me. So that would be my stat of the night for sure.
True indeed, man. For me, I'm going to go with the turnovers because, as I said, it was all about the defense for me going forward, because offensively, they'll be fine. We've seen enough to be impressed, I think, with Brown's system and the goals, and it's all about how these guys implement and execute as time goes and as they step to the playoffs. But defense, just show us that grit. Show us that New York grit. I mean, to see that they quit on this team going back Saturday. And look, they have bad games. Teams have bad games. But to have one of those where you just let go of the rope, that's not New York basketball. They came back, they bounced back, and they fought using their defense. So to see a number of guys across the stat sheet, and that's another thing with Mikal Bridges, 3 steals, 2 blocks tonight. 3 steals for Josh Hart. 2 steals for Deuce. 3 steals for Mitch off the bench and a block off the bench. Huck Porty, Chuck Clarkson, a steal. So, to see them as a team just really be aggressive and get after it, I'm going to go with the turnovers, man. They forced 17 Charlotte turnovers tonight and converted it into 21 Knick points. Got to get gritty, man, especially without OG, bro. Got to get gritty, man.
Yep.
You know?
God, man, we miss OG.
Yo, big time, man. Big time. I mean, what was the stat? Their net rating, their first in net rating when OG's on the court. Right. With like 16.9, and then they're -8 with him off the court, which is 25th.
As a jump.
I mean, talk about a defensive impact player. It's unbelievable, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely unbelievable, man. Mr. Dog, man.
Yep. But we're handling it. We're handling business.
Yeah.
Get healthy.
Get healthy, man. Speedy recovery to the dog. And you know, we're going to talk about the ramification because as they see Giannis on Friday, we're going to have to talk about, in particular, defensive matchups. So,
yeah,
we definitely going to have to talk about that. But we'll take some calls right after we salute one of our sponsors of tonight's show. And the key stats of the night, man, brought to you guys by DraftKings Sportsbook. Hey, man, all your favorite NBA players are back, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. New customers bet just $5 and get 3 months of NBA League Pass, plus score $300 if your bet wins, which is paid out in bonus bets. Once again, use code KFTV, and that is by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY, which is 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777. or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, pass through a per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply, and your bet must win to receive the bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto-renews until canceled, and additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Once again, this is a limited time offer. All right, we're going to load up some people on the Discord. I see some super chats coming in here. Okay, hang on. And CK, in the meantime, if we have any sound bites, if we found out who the defensive player of the game are, just drop some links in the Slack for me, and I'll pull it up. Shout out to Corey Mitchell, man. $20 super chat. Says, where are the validators in the chat? I don't care who the opponent is. Every game counts, not only in the standings or the stats, but to build up continuity and confidence for money time. I love Josh Hart with a passion. He is New York. All right, man. So Corey Mitchell's not playing around, CK. He said, I don't want to hear it's just the Nets. It's just the Hornets. He wants to build good habits, and he's going to say a win is a win. I'm kind of with Corey on that, man.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah. At the same time, we've been complaining about losing games and not taking care of the teams that we're supposed to take care of. But then when we do beat the teams we're supposed to take care of, then it's just so-and-so. Nah, man. Yeah. A win is when we need our wins. And look, I don't care who we're playing against. Wins build confidence. This team needs confidence. This team needs chemistry. Give me the wins. No disagreement here. I found our hard hat player of the game.
Okay, send it over. We'll take a call and then we'll reveal who the defensive player of the game is. Shout out to Vincent Huang, CK, all the way from Taiwan. Drops us a happy Thanksgiving to all KFTV fam out there. Great win tonight. Let's go. Shout out to Vincent Huang for supporting the show and tapping in over there in Taiwan, man. Shout out to Vincent, for the fans, by the fans, franchise channel member. Okay, let's get to the phones. Let's go to, who's that? LP? LP, go ahead and mute your mic. LP.
Yo.
How we doing, man?
CP, can you hear?
Loud and clear. You have the mic, sir.
Yo, what up, CP? What up, CK? Man, thank you all for taking my call, man. How can I say? Just glad that we won tonight, man. You know, because everyone's gonna say, "Oh, it's just the Hornets," but we know as Knicks fans, we've seen the Knicks lose these games. I mean,
Hey,
just
remember
for whatever
last year when they
weird
lost to these
reason.
guys? When they lost to these guys last year, I had people tell me, "Oh, we're never gonna beat Detroit. Oh, we scared of Detroit. I'm scared. We're gonna lose in the first round. We're a terrible team." It happens.
Exactly.
Man. Crashed out.
Exactly. Exactly, CP. And even Brooklyn, even though we got a 12, I think I saw 12 winning streak against Brooklyn. And it's so funny because I remember when KD and Kyrie was over there, there's a bunch of talk, bunch of just like, oh man, but we didn't have Jalen yet. We didn't really have anybody but Julius over there while Brooklyn was taking it to us. So now we spin it on them. And I think this might be the biggest streak in a while that we've had against them. So I'm loving that. But no, man, I'm just glad that we got the win tonight. And yo, CP, man, I keep mentioning it to you. I know you may not do the Texas trip this year because I'm going to go to the Spurs game on New Year's Eve.
Okay.
I think it's what's it? Yeah, 12/31. I'll be out there in San Antonio. So your boy's going to represent.
Okay. Well, we definitely appreciate you for holding it down for us in New Year's Eve because that's probably the last place I want to be on New Year's Eve is in San Antonio. So we gonna have you hold it down. Call us up with the stadium report. Let us know what Wemby was looking like. Did he look 9 feet tall? You call us up with all the details. I'm gonna be in the lab for New Year's. I'm be in New York.
CP.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm with you. Real talk. I don't even want to be in SA and New Year's Eve. Charles Barkley clowned all the time. So, I don't even want to be in there. But just because that's the only game that's going to be closest to me, I got to check it. So that's all. Yeah. So I'm with you.
We appreciate you. You always holding it down for us in the Texas Triangle, man. San Antonio, Dallas, Houston. LP is out there. We're going to get out there, man. We definitely going to get out there and make it happen. But New Year's is all you, man. You hold it down for us and call us with the stadium report.
Yo, I feel you, CP. Okay. All right, CK, appreciate y'all taking my call.
LP on the Discord, man. Rate that call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. I say you got the Alamo all to yourself, LP, on that New Year's Eve, man. Yeah. we gonna no disrespect to the San Antonio people, especially you're military and all that. All love, man. All love. We will get out there, and I'm sure there's some fine places down there in the Alamo.
Yeah, it's not on New Year's Eve.
Just not on New Year's. I like to be close. I like to be closer to the Big Apple. When the ball drop, I don't know what's going to happen after that. I got to be close to home and see what's going on. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to the Alamo nonetheless. Okay. All right. So the Tims have been delivered. The butters have been delivered, CK. And it's going to none other than our guy, Mikal Bridges, 50 Cal, as I call him. And he earned it tonight, man. 3 steals, 2 blocks from Mikal Bridges. 2-way effort. Next play speed, as Mike Brown says. And Mikal Bridges leading by example. There he is. Now, I don't see Cap. Does anybody see Cap in this picture? I don't see Brunson at all in this picture, man. CK, you're going to have to zoom in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see where Cap is hiding somewhere, man.
He might be right behind Yabusele because there is somebody back there and you see Hart is talking to someone.
Yeah, I think the roommate, I think Cap is back there.
Right.
I think Cap is back there somewhere.
Yeah.
But shout out to Cal, man. He gets the construction hat, he gets the vest, and he's leaving out of there with the fresh butters. Look at Diawara. Even Diawara hit a 3. Even Diawara's happy tonight. Cole ate. Man. Everybody ate tonight. Tonight. You know? Squad, man. I love the camaraderie with this team. And Mikal Bridges, man, going home with the defensive player of the game.
Yeah. I mean, let's be real. He could probably walk away with the team about like every other game, but my Brown got to spread it around, so I get it. Yeah. I get it.
The question is, when is Cap and Cat going home with one of these things? Hart's had it, OG's had it, Deuce's had it, Mitchie's had it. I want to see the one of the 2 All-Stars go home with it. Who do you think has a better chance?
Peace and love, CP. This is a defensive award, CP. They can stay over there. They can stay over there with their all-star attributes and stuff like that. This is a defensive award, CP. You said who would get it first?
Yeah, who gets it first?
Look. I give Cat a hard time, but in the last few games, Cat has had some monster blocks. So if I gotta choose, you know what? But I gotta give JB some credit too because he's been crafty getting some of these strip steals. Yeah. But if I were to choose, I would say This is an odd choice. I would say Towns because I think, all he really has to do is just put a hand up and he might, get a few more stops here and there.
Yeah.
So if I were to choose, I would say Towns. But let's be real, CP. This is not their, this ain't their thing. They worried about that all-star.
We don't need we don't need defense. We get buckets.
Yeah.
Cap don't need defense.
We got guys for that. That's what they said.
Yeah.
We got guys for that. That's how they feel.
Cap don't need defense, man. We get buckets. That's it.
Right. Yeah.
Salute to everybody in the chat. If you guys are new in the chat, welcome to KnicksFanTV, #1 show for the fans by the fans. Type in new in the chat, and we will shout you guys out. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. We're going to get into it. All the theatrics. Knicks won 129-101 in a blowout. Non-competitive game. We're going to get to our Thanksgiving stuff. Knicksgiving as well. And we're going to do a giveaway too, man, for my guys at GLV, man. We're going to give away one of these micro Cuban chains here, man. White gold, nice clasp here. We're going to give those away, man. Shout out to our guys at GLD. Check them out. Chains, pendants, team sponsored. You get your team branded chains. Black Friday coming up, holiday shopping coming up. But we're going to do a giveaway for our loyal franchise channel members as we approach the holidays, man. Okay, nice. Salute to everybody. Yeah, man, it's a nice chain, man. We'll let a franchise channel member get in on the action. Okay, make sure I didn't miss any super chats here. Oh, shout out to K Marco. Says, let's get it. Love how they played tonight. The grind starts now. Just copped a fire shirt. I definitely drop in on Friday too. Oh, shout out to K Marco, man. Shout out to K Marco. That's what I'm rocking right now. Hang on, let me see if I can get in here. Here we go. I'm a little too zoomed in here for you guys. See, I'm a little too zoomed in, but I'll go to the website, man. We go to KnicksFanTV.com and we'll get to it because, as he said, man, KnicksFanTV.com is ready for you guys for the holidays. And there he is. K Marco said he just got his grind starts now T-shirt, and we're gonna be dropping a special Black Friday deal, and that'll be at midnight tomorrow. After you guys done getting your grub on and you get your turkey on and you get through the football, head over to KnicksFanTV.com and get in on your Black Friday deal, and make sure you guys are getting in on the holiday gift packs, t-shirts, crew necks, hats, prints. KnicksFanTV.com. Shout out to Kane Marco for the support. Okay, what else did we get? Oh, on the Friday game, CK. So, they went with the lineup change tonight.
Oh.
Who's guarding Giannis on Friday? You know what I mean? I have to think they're going back. You got to go back to blockness. You're going to kill Karl Anthony Towns in the first half. He's going to foul out.
Yeah, he ain't going to make it out the first quarter.
He ain't going to make it.
Right. Yeah, no, again, that's what we said. We said that the change in lineup today was a matchup thing, I would assume. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you see the matchup there. We need Mitch Robb to go out there and give us a shot. I'm not really too – I don't know. I'm a little worried about him with fouls as well because I feel the last few times they've been – Giannis this year when he was healthy, he gets a lot of fouls this year, man. The referee's been real kind to Giannis Antetokounmpo, but our best – shot would be Mitchell Robinson, so I expect him to go back to that 5. Or I guess it wouldn't be that 5 because what's his name's out too, OG's out. So who do you think? Deuce would be next to him, or is Hart gonna be in that 5? What's the 5 then? You think Jalen Deuce?
He probably have to get as big as you could. Probably Hart.
So Jalen Hart.
I think it'd be Jalen Hart.
Okay.
I mean that's a little.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
I don't
tough.
know. I can't
that's
go
tough.
Deuce.
You probably might have to go Deuce, but I mean back-to-back nights, Hart's giving you. He's giving you a lot.
True.
He's giving you a lot. So, but that's interesting. Do you go Hart, Mitch out there with the stuff? You got to get bigger. I mean, it's going to be by committee, right? So you will see Mitch, you will see Towns, Diawara he'll get dragged from baseline to baseline, but he'll try. Maybe Huck Porty. It's going to have to be by committee, man, because you get a healthy Giannis at MSG, NBA Cup implications. He's going to want to make another statement.
He's going to overachieve for sure, yeah.
He's going to want to make another statement.
Yeah, no, but we definitely, I think we go back to starting Towns and Mitch together. We have to. I don't think we have a choice.
Yeah.
We don't have a choice.
Yeah. Who that fifth guy is going to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, there that is. You know what else was interesting in this game? Coming into tonight, and one that I was looking at that I was pretty impressed with Jordan Clarkson, 8 points for Clarkson tonight, 4 or 7 from the field. But one of the things that jumped out to me with him coming into this matchup, I'm always looking at, one thing I always check up on the Knicks is rim finishes.
There it is. Yep.
And because notably with this team, like even in the Tibbs era, they've never really been a solid team at the rim. They've had good individuals at the rim, but they've never really been a solid team at the rim. But Clarkson is changing that, at least in his own regard, man. He's been really good at the rim this year. 71% at the rim. It's in the 70th percentile. And tonight, 4 or 7 from the field, but all of it inside. All of it inside. He missed 1 3. But one thing about Clarkson, he's going inside. He's stepping into the paint, and he's converting very well. And for a team that looks for the paint pressures and the rim pressures to get most of their threes, Clarkson, he's doing it. He's playing a lot better, way under control, but he's also finishing very well at the rim.
Yeah, I talk about all the time on the play-by-play. That's been one of my favorite surprises so far in the early window, has been how incredible he's been around the rim. I'm glad to finally get a number, because I've been meaning to look into what the official stats were around the rim, but you said 71%, because it felt like it had to be like in the high 80s the way he was doing. Because everything he would put up there, I think it was the Brooklyn game. This man like triple clutched the shot and nailed it and didn't get the foul. It feels like every time he got to the rim, it was with ease, and it didn't matter who the defender has been. But that's been one of my pleasant surprises. You know, we were groomed to know Jordan Clarkson to be this guy to just take these crazy 3-pointers and make them, you know, like Jamal Crawford-esque and stuff like that. So I guess I was just so worried about seeing that. But the way that he has attacked it this year and paint first and shot later, like, I've been really impressed with him. That's been one of my favorite surprises of this early window. But yeah, no, I'm glad it's getting attention, because we literally every game we bring it up in the play-by-play that Jordan Clarkson's been so efficient in the paint. So 71%, huh? That's what it's come out to. That's high.
Yeah,
that's really high. Good for him.
Yeah, Cardiac is doing a damn thing, man. He's been very impressive. So shout out to Jordan Clarkson for just being a dog with the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
You know,
he's on with ease, man. Like I'm saying, like, it doesn't matter who the defender is. It's very similar to Brunson, because it's a footwork thing, the way that he gets to the rim. He's not just putting the ball on the ground, just going. Like, no, the way that he gets that first step and ends up in the paint, and all the defenders are looking around like, dang, how'd he get there so fast? It's impressive. It's impressive. It reminds me of like early Jordan Clarkson, like Laker days Jordan Clarkson, because that's the kind of thing he was doing in a Laker uniform before then he started getting overconfident with the shot because of Kobe. Shout out to Kobe, rest in peace. But yeah, no, he was doing that a lot early on. So it's really cool to see. Yeah, I'm really happy about it, and it's definitely something we need off the bench, because points are points, and we need them off the bench. So yeah, shout out to Jordan Clarkson. Foul trouble was a problem though for him today. I feel like he could have been more than 8, but those fouls, boy, man, he was getting killed. Referees did not like him tonight.
Picked up 5 more bullets. Picked up 5 more bullets, man.
My goodness. Well, boy.
Hey, that's a foul machine, man. Hey, he's coming off the bench. Look, he's not sparing him.
Man,
hey, listen,
right, respect, right? You got to use them, right? That's true.
Yeah, can't keep him in front of you. Leave no bullets unturned. So shout out to Clarkson, man. But no, overall playing well, and you know, most importantly, playing well because the Knicks are down another guard in their rotation. Landry Shamet, CK, announced today he will be reevaluated in 4 weeks with the right shoulder sprain. And we'll see what happens from there. How'd you react to the news when it came out today?
Not too surprised, because it took around that time last year, right, with the same thing. But to me, it's going to be more than 4 weeks, though, CP, because we remember last year when he came back, he didn't look like the guy we were excited about in that preseason where he had the good run and then got hurt. And I you know, peace and love. I really hope he comes back and just like instantly, but realistically, I don't know if it's going to be that. So yeah, it might be about 4 weeks evaluated. Hopefully we get the good news that he can be active to start to play, but it's going to take some time, man. So that's a blow. That's a big blow. But I think that we're getting some positives out of Shamet being down for right now, because we're seeing Kolek start to step up. We just talked about Clarkson, who's been doing a great job. Deuce had a good game as a starter tonight. So hopefully in that time we see more guys step up to the plate while Shamet comes back after the 4 weeks or whatever the time ends up being totally, and B then getting healthy when he does return. So it does suck, but I think it's going to take some time, man, even after he's officially in the lineup.
Yeah, injury was very unfortunate. Obviously, he's a
Same
guy,
shoulder, bro.
Same shoulder. He's been working. You know, you have to feel for his personal struggle here, just trying to make it in the league and sustain a career. And every time he has these flashes, he's got the injury setback. So unfortunate there, but we'll see what happens. I think obviously that he's trying to avoid having surgery here. So the hope is that he can heal up and be able to play in that time and avoid the surgery. That would certainly help the Knick bench. In the event that he is not, then, as you said, right now is the time, next man up. You're in a part of your schedule where, hey, you can afford to get new guys into the rotation. This is an opportunity for Kolek to step his game up, Diawara, Yabusele, you name it. Everybody that's stepping up as that, ninth, 9.5 guy in that rotation in Shamet's absence is their opportunity. So, Diawara is the guy for me, man. Diawara is the guy that I want to see, step up, and they've kind of advanced his development. But we'll see. Maybe it works out for the positive for both sides.
Yeah, feels like he can take it, but yeah, no, I'm 100% with you. I just like his energy, man. I like his energy a lot. You see that he still makes some of those like rookie mistakes, but I mean, I like that Mike Brown lets him work through them, which is what you should do. Again, like you just mentioned, at this point of the season, like let him figure it out. But I'm with you. I would love to see a continued sprinkle of 3, 4, 5 minutes of Diawara to get his feet wet and see what he can give us. So I'm with you. I'm with you on that choice.
For sure. Shout out to the Rhyme Animal Chuck D. CK, Rhyme Animal Chuck D, man. Everybody throw a hashtag PE in the chat. $10 super chat from Chuck. Let me just put G on mute there. $10 super chat from Chuck. Says, definitely got to have a special 100 KFTV shirt when it comes. Oh, yeah. By the way, Josh Hart is a New York Knickerbocker basketball player. He plays the game well. Don't get it confused with just athletes. Yeah, man, Josh Hart having a resurgence here, as we talked about in at the top of the show. In the month of December, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 62% true shooting percentage, and 41% from downtown. And I believe it was either Bondi or Trilogy who mentioned the fact that, Josh Hart gives a lot of credit to the new shooting coach that the Knicks picked up, and said that it was his suggestion to bring in a shooting coach, and namely bring the guy's name is slipping me. I'll do the research so we put some respect on his name, CK. But hey, it's paying off so far, man. Paying off so far. Yeah,
no, that's huge. Look, man, I'm my thing with him is just shoot the ball, because again, I said 50 times. My issue with him is that he tends to sometimes not even look at the rim. But when he does, I feel like we can get November Josh Hart as 2025, 2026 Josh Hart. That's what that can be elevated to if he, continues to be confident and get that shot up. I think he can do this on a regular for sure. I personally do.
Peter Patton. Okay. I believe he came from, is it St. Joe's? He says, Josh talked about this. He credited shooting coach Peter Patton the other day. I followed up with him about it. Said one of the first conversations he had with Mike Brown is about his staff and wanting a shooting coach. Said they've made small tweaks. So, hey.
That makes sense with the way he wanted them to play. It makes sense that he wants him to have a shooting coach. So
yeah, for sure. And as Rhyme Animal says, man, we definitely got to have a 100K T-shirt commemorating 100K, man. We're going to have the party. We'll have details for everybody. We're going to have the 100K party. We want Knicks Nation there worldwide. We'll probably plan it around a watch party so that, we could tie in the Knicks as well. Have some cake and all of that good stuff. We'll do that for the 100K. All right, salute to everybody in the chat once again, man. Let's get to the Discord. Our guy was in the building tonight, and we need the stadium report from the Spectrum Center, a.k.a. MSG South, from KFTV Gio, who was in the building tonight. Gio, how you feeling, man?
Yo, what's up, CP? What's up, CK?
How you
We're
doing,
on
man?
the way home right now. Dude,
Nice.
we're doing great, man. Coming from the arena, it was really hype. I went with my wife, my
Nice.
brother, his wife. Bro, the first thing we noticed, so much blue and orange. Like, I've been to so many Knicks games at Charlotte, and this is the by far. I'm telling you, it was like 70% Knicks fans. It was crazy.
Mm.
It was so loud. I don't know how it sounded on the broadcast, but
Sounded
in
like
the arena,
MSG. It sounded
dude,
like
it was
MSG.
so loud. I couldn't even think straight. It was so loud. It
Yeah.
was crazy in there.
Yeah.
But no, overall great win. It was hype to see. And honestly, Jalen, classic. Josh Hart does not want to ever come off the bench ever again.
Yeah, you
He
see
got
it.
his
You see
starting
how
spot,
Hart
and he
playing.
just-
Hart playing with that starter spirit. He said, I ain't never
I'm
going
telling you,
back.
Nah, he really wanted to show Mike Brown that like he should be a starter, which I like, I like that intensity. But Tyler Kolek, man, I mean, he makes passes that I swear nobody else makes. Like, we don't see those players. He threads the needle. It's awesome to see. Also, there was a weird thing with the Hornets coach and Mikal Bridges. Like at the
Yeah, I
end,
loved
like
it.
he hit like that layup, and then
Yeah.
I don't know.
was
It looked
that?
like he wanted to fight Mikal Bridges. I was like, what's going on there?
Okay.
I don't know if they were
Loved
like
it.
chirping with each other the whole game, but
Yeah,
that was interesting.
They mentioned it on the telecast that the Hornets bench. I don't know because they maybe Bridges did the bloody nose thing and he didn't like that. Charles Lee didn't like that. It's NBA. It's NBA Cup, man. We got to run up the score.
Yeah.
That's the rule.
for real. And also, Mikal Bridges does that literally every game. So
He's a troll,
I don't
man.
know.
I love
Yeah.
it.
but no, great win. Let's get that win on Friday. I really want to be in the NBA Cup. So
Let's go, man.
enjoy your all's Thanksgiving, man. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yo, happy Thanksgiving, man. And Gio, man. Everybody in the chat, shout out to Gio.
What's up, boys?
That's our guy, man. KFTV Gio. Part of the Knicks Twitter Day Tournament champions. Shout out to Gio. Yep. Shout out to Gio, man. And he highlighted Mikal Bridges, my role player of the night. 18 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 8 of 11 from the field, 3 steals, 2 blocks, and the winner of the defensive player of the game. Yeah. Sounded like coach was just tired of losing.
That's all it was. Yeah. You could we were reading lips. So you could see he's like, don't do that because he was in his feelings, bro. It's like it was because we went on a run. We saw Josh Hart score right before that. Then Bridges read the pass, gets the fast break. Then he threw an emote right in front of the bench, and coach just said, "Don't do that." Like, come on, man. I'm going through it over here, man. You see what we're dealing with, all right? I got LaMelo shooting 2 for 85. Like, I don't need this right now, Mikal.
100%. 100%. Just going through some of the game footage. AI was in the building tonight, CK. Did you see that? Dapped up the captain.
So love the captain. Yep.
AI and the captain. Love is love. That was cool. Did you see the AI documentary yet on
Not yet.
on Prime?
Yeah, it's on my list. No, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet.
What did you guys think in the chat? Did anybody in the chat see the AI documentary on Amazon Prime? I believe it was Prime. Yeah, Amazon Prime. Yeah, very good. Definitely check it out if you can, this weekend or so. Very good. It was very revealing, very open, reality, almost reality TV, like with his mom and his step pops and, his inner circle, and kept it real about his trials and tribulations around the league. It was very good. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. And because I went to school in Virginia, the Virginia flashbacks when he got locked up at the Hampton Bowling Alley for the brawl. That was always a legendary tale when I got down there. So they kind of shed light on that and his football career, because he was really a better football player. Bubba Chuck was a nasty football player. So yeah, the Iverson documentary was very good on Amazon Prime. I think it's 3 parts.
Okay. Yeah, no, I got it on my list. I can get to it.
Yeah. My 2 cents, said it rocks. Yep. Vision Squad, AI doc was fire. Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Empire 7179. Just joined the franchise channel members, so salute to you. Okay, Knicks win 129-121. Just going through some of the content here, seeing if we have any. Don't really get the post-game sound bites on the road. Not much, right?
Yeah, I don't see anything either.
Not much. Okay. We covered Shamet. What else do we want to cover here on the docket? We'll get into the Thanksgiving stuff as well. And we'll do that. What are you doing for Thanksgiving, CK?
Family, man, it's an easy year for me this year, man.
Yeah.
Last year, I had some pressure. I was in control of the bird and some other things.
You did
Yeah,
did a turkey last year, bro?
I did, and it came out great, man.
Okay. All right.
I was very proud. That was my second time doing it, much better than the first.
Yeah.
So this year the family's giving me a break. So we just in control of the pie, and we purchased it from Costco. So hey, I'm done.
Light work. Wow. So you did the whole turkey last year and carved it up.
Bro, yes.
Nice.
It was a 3-day process, man. Yeah. Well, I was about it. I bought the whole jug to brine that thing.
Yeah.
We went with the wet brine for those who out there who know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I was committed. It was good. It came out great.
There you go, man. Good experience. Absolutely good experience. So
what you doing?
I'll be split it between the in-laws and then my people's crib. My role is the mac and cheese. I'm the mac and cheese guy. I am the dedicated.
That's important.
Mac and cheese sensei. You know what I'm saying? So I got to make 2 pans, one for each house. And then, we got to do the damn thing and circulate and eat up. So mac and cheese is my thing. Well, we probably skipped the turkey this year. The turkeys, it's okay.
No, 100%. Yeah.
We've done it. We've done it all type of styles. We've done the oven. We've done the fried. We've done the jerk. A little jerk turkey. We've done it all, man. It's all right. It's decent.
I still have yet to try a fried turkey, man. I want to. I hear all these high praises and stuff, but I want to try it. It's all right. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, okay. But it's like you said, for all the extensive prep work,
not worth it.
You got to be really committed to it.
Yeah.
And, one thing that I'm also committed to is watching the football games as well. So I don't have time to be in the kitchen all day, So, I do my part and then I pass it down. You know what I mean? Sounds like you're doing the same thing. So.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to see all the football games this year, man.
Yeah.
I bought my pie. I ain't making no pie this year. I did my part last year.
There you go, man. Well, listen, for those of you that are looking for those last minute Thanksgiving things, hey, consider supporting your local small business when it comes to that, man, because we want to shout out one of our sponsors of tonight's show, and that is Square. Shout out to Square, man, because as I said, with small businesses, your favorite neighborhood spots run on Square. And these are the businesses that make the neighborhood, the places that become an extension of home. And when a neighborhood businesses thrive, the whole neighborhood thrives. And when we show up as a community, it can mean big business for local business owners, because the money spent in the community typically, or the goal at least, is to stay in the community. So, everybody's able to eat, they support each other, they support their families, and it just becomes a cycle, and a healthy cycle of any community, man. So take this ad as an excuse to go support your favorite local spot and have yourself a day in the neighborhood. Square is a proud partner of more than 4 million neighborhood businesses around the world. You can go to square.com/go/KFTV to learn more. But before you do, go support your favorite neighborhood spot, because you'll be happy you did. Square, see you in the neighborhood. All right, shout out to our guys at Square for sponsoring today's show. Let's see. Throw your Thanksgiving plans in the chat. Let me see what you guys are up to, man. Let's see. Okay. The listening party says the fried turkey is way better than the dry oven turkey, CK. So
I believe it.
That's a little stuff for you. Fried turkey. It's Zach from LA. Fried turkey is delicious. Okay. Corey Mitchell, when are we going to have a cooking with CP show? Me and the lady who have been talking about this literally just yesterday. We got to work it out. The thing with the cooking shows, we got to make sure that we have, we got to set up the content properly, have the proper cameras, proper editing. Do we do live? We still trying to get it together, but it's on the list. It's on the list, man. I love cooking, and I would love to share my recipe with the people at home, man.
Well, if you need a good editor, I got your back. Let me know. So, portable, I got you, editing is what I do. So I can at least help with that side.
Let's go.
That. I'd love to get the behind the scenes of the cooking.
Okay. Way Too Mellow in the chat says they got that pernil popping. All right. So Way Too Mellow's going with the pernil. Gotta go with the pernil, man. Got to. That's good stuff during the holidays. Absolutely. Sure. Let's see. Boss Don driving to Boston. Okay. Safe travels. Shout out to Al. Al is traveling for Thanksgiving as well.
Yep.
Flyboy Kev got the ham in the smoker right now. Okay. So Flyboy Kev, it sounds like he from the South. That sounds like somebody from the South is doing it up.
I'm with you. Hey, ham's greater than turkey, in my opinion. I'm with you. Ham is better than the turkey.
Yeah. I'll bust
1,000%.
I'll bust down a ham for Thanksgiving. You know, my grandma used to make a good ham, man. Rest in peace to my grandma. She's a great cook. Thanksgiving. She used to bust down a ham. Thanksgiving and Christmas. That was her job. You know, one of many. Demario Montague, KFTV lemon pepper wings. Got to do that. Yeah, definitely got to do a lemon pepper joint. Yeah. Okay. All right, man. Well, CK, now that we're on the Thanksgiving vibe. Oh, shout out to Empire 7179. Hang on, shout out to Empire. We got another super chat in here. Shout out to Empire. $40 super chat says CK2K. I'm finally able to donate. Happy Turkey Day to everyone. Shout out to you, Empire. And for everybody that donates, man. Shout out to everybody that donates a super chat. We definitely appreciate it. You know, you can always support us for free by hitting the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel. But for those of you that do donate, we definitely appreciate that as well. All right, we're going to get back to everybody's Thanksgiving stuff. I'm seeing a lot of good comments in the chat, CK. Knicks giving, CK.
Yes.
What are you thankful for, man, as it relates to the Knicks, man?
Oh, man, I don't care how basic this answer is, but it is what I am the most thankful for. And, CP, we started our channels around the same time. I am thankful that we are not in those days anymore as Knicks. I'm thankful that we can go on this live together and have conversations about playoff and championship aspirations and not about, man, I wonder who we're drafting this year in November. You know what I mean? I am thankful to be out the dog days and be in the days of the possibility of becoming champions one day. So yes, that is what I am most thankful for as a Knicks fan. 1000%.
Those state of the Knicks crossroad shows. What do we need to do? We need to trade Julius.
Man.
We need a tank.
We
don't got no draft picks. We need a tank. We go nowhere.
Why are we not starting Frank Ntilikina?
Why are we not starting Frank? Where is ISO Zoe?
Oh, man.
Emmanuel Mudiay, the tank commander. Let's go.
Oh, boy. Fizdale was the one. All those
Fizz.
talks, man.
Those are some lean years, man. You know what I showed today? As like a Hornets Knicks flashback, and it takes us back to those days. Remember when Trey Burke and Kemba shot the fair one in Charlotte?
Yes.
That was an epic duel, man. That was like watching like AI versus Steph. Like
I loved
remember
Trey
that game?
Burke.
Remember
Yes.
that game? Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Oh yeah.
That was
in
epic.
that run where we were begging for Trey Burke to start.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember, man.
Yeah.
I was Trey Burke.
42 points for Trey I. For Kemba gets the last laugh. Cooked the Knicks in the fourth quarter. And the comment section on Instagram, it's like, I'm watching Cantor play defense. I'm watching.
Oh man, attempt to play defense. Lord have mercy.
Every fan in the chat is just typing out painful comments about those years. So right on the money. Right on the money. Thankful we don't have to have those conversations, at least for the time being. You know, I'm with you, man. I'll say another thing I'm thankful for, man. Talked about it. The dog, OG.
Yeah.
Thankful for the dog, OG Anunoby, man, because he's certainly missed right now.
Right, especially now, yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially now when we talk about defense and the lack thereof with this team, or inconsistency, rather. You know, they have their moments. We ran the stat, man. A plus 16 point something or another. We'll look up the stat specifically.
You said 16.5, right?
Net rating, yeah. A plus 16.5 net rating when OG's on the court. And a -8 when he is off. So to talk about impact, to talk about all defense, talk about OG Anunoby, man. He is sorely missed on this team, and you have to hope that he comes back with a vengeance off the hamstring. Take your time because you don't want to see him re-injure that. But, I mean, boy, oh boy, talk about a pivotal player for this team's chances as a shooter. He was averaging career highs offensively before he went out. As a defender, being able to guard damn near every position, depending on who the player is. And yeah, look, some nights are not going to be his night. We saw Giannis dominate him in the Knicks' first matchup. We saw Franz get the best of him in their first matchup with the Magic. But other nights, the dog has his day because on a season resume, he's had great numbers against Giannis. And, like, you don't know if Franz is going to be able to do that on him on consistent basis. That's what makes superstars superstars. Yep. But OG will have his day, man. So I'm thankful for him and hoping that the Knicks can get him back soon, man.
That's a great answer.
For sure. What else are you guys in the chat, man? What are you guys thankful for? Let us know in the chat or call us up on the KFTV Discord. You know what, man? I'm thankful for the big bodega, Karl Anthony Towns, man. I'm going to go against the grain here.
Okay.
I know everybody's down on him. You know, Towns, what's he doing? This, that, and the third. Look, I'm going to say I'm thankful for Towns because, for one, amidst the struggle, and he's almost 10 points lower than last year's three-point prowess. He's at like 32% from three. It's crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
In the grand scheme of things, we can look at it as, look, we're only in game 17. The team is still winning games. And I still think, you know, a lot of people want to measure his impact based on his shooting. But I think if you watch the games intently and see how he impacts their offense off of his gravity and how he's playmaking out of the post, he's still contributing in a positive way to this team's success. May not come out on the stat sheet every night, but I still think he is if you really watch the games and watch the tape. And then what you're seeing now over the last two games, and as I said, he had a conversation with his dad and he's taking himself accountable, he's attacking the basket now. Now he's back to bully ball against the mismatches, which he should have been doing all year, but hey, he's doing it now. I like where the big bodega's at right now, bro.
He needs that. So I like that you chose that. I'm with you on that. I mean, I'm with your choice of that because I was there last year, man. While everybody was down on Mikal, I was thankful for him, and he is, you know, year two, we're having a great year. So I understand what you're saying. It's bigger than some of the things people are complaining about right now. I'm with you. I get you.
Yeah,
I get you. That's a good choice.
Could Armand out. It could be a lot worse. We could still have Burks.
That is. Yeah.
Shout out to Big Money, man. Shout out to Big Money. Anything else you think of, CK? What anything else you think for this year, man? So far?
Outside of that, you know what else I'm thankful for? I'm thankful that we are a team in the NBA in 2025 that is exploring and playing guys off of the bench. Is that too pointed? It might be a little too pointed, but no, it's refreshing, and we're getting to see, like we just mentioned with Diawara, we talked about with Kolek, we're seeing these guys get opportunities, and more each game. In my opinion, especially with Tyler Kolek, you're just seeing them get more comfortable and play a lot better. So it's nice to have that refreshing feel of getting to see other guys down there. I mean, unfortunately, some of it might be because of injury, but I mean, hey, they're answering the call, in my opinion, especially when it comes to like a guy like Kolek. I'm hoping so with Diawara. It's just I'm thankful that the guys get opportunities this year, you know? So I'm thankful for them to get to earn their money. Let's go.
Hey, man, this may sound simple. I'm thankful for the captain, man, Jalen Brunson, our player of the game tonight. 33 points for Cap, 14 of 28 from the field. And look, now we're at a point now where these games are expected, and it's an embarrassment of riches here, if you will, because as you talked about, how we came out of the dark ages, or if you go back into the dark ages and you think about the star players that were here that had to wear that heavy crown and carry teams, so to speak, and flame out and have the contentious relationship with the fans, with the media. Brunson's not there just yet. I say just yet. His day will come. But he's not there just yet. And for right now, we're seeing year after year of him just continuing to get better. 2-time All-Star, on his way to 3, leading this team. No off-court issues. Think about what's happening with John Moran. You have a superstar in Memphis where you don't even know if he's committed to basketball.
Right.
We don't have any of these problems. We don't have these locker room problems. We have a captain. We have a leader. Leads by example. How far he'll take us, hopefully, to the promised land, we'll see. But for right now, we got stability at a position that they haven't had.
You just answered it right there.
That's it. You know what I mean?
Your silence was loud enough. Yeah. Yeah, fact.
Come on, man. You can't take that for granted, man. Look around the league. You look around the league and, the question marks about so many players and organization directions. You can question how good this team is, but you can't question the commitment and the player. You can't question it, bro. You can't question it. We're in good hands with the captain, Jalen Brunson. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to Ray Noblezza, CK. Shout out to Ray. He's $5 super chat says, I'm thankful for Tibbs. Without him, this team wouldn't be where they are now. He turned this franchise around. Okay. Well, what do you guys think, man? What do you guys think in the chat? Raymond Noblezza. He says, without Tibbs, who would we be? He kind of went out on a limb there, CK. That was a brave move by Raymond. You
got them feeling brave. I ain't gonna lie. When you went cat, I think you started getting people to start to open up and start feeling brave. So you woke up the confidence out of the chat. So respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
All right. So Raymond not afraid to step out on the ledge there, man. He said thankful for Tibbs. Definitely thankful for Tibbs, man. Gotta be thankful for
sure.
Tibbs.
Yeah. For everything he said, completely agree. Yeah, we're not where we are right now without Tom Thibodeau. I don't care how you feel about him one way or another. Let's be real. He's the one that brought a not just a stability, but like an identity to the New York Knicks in the 2020. So yeah, I agree. I don't think that's much of a limb, to be honest with you.
100%. I see STG Knick on the Discord. STG, we're going to get to you in just a second. Shout out to STG Knick. Let's get him in there. Shout out to Empire CK. $10 super chat. Says, I'm thankful that I'm able to contribute to you guys now because I was having problems with my password, not because I couldn't. Well, shout out to you, Empire, man. Any way you can get it to us, man. We appreciate it. And we're glad you got that issue sorted out. Just don't share your password with anybody, and make sure your password isn't password, okay? Or password 123. All right, we want to make sure we keep those passwords protected. Okay.
You about the super? Now I gotta change my password.
Yeah. Now I gotta change my password. Yeah. STG on the Discord. STG, get it, unmute your mic.
What's up, guys? How we feeling?
Good, man. How you feeling, man? You're feeling good, man. Feeling good, feeling great.
Feeling pretty good too. It was good to see them, come out strong tonight. I guess if there was one thing I would like to take away is what'd you think of the starting lineup? This was, Cat's first time back at the center position, I feel like, in a little bit, and I thought he looked good at center. There's pros and cons to him, obviously, being in center, with the con really being defensively, but I think offensively, he's just a lot better than a lot of the fives he goes up against. He's a little bit harder for those fives to get out there on the perimeter. And we saw that the other night in Brooklyn as well. But then you take a little bit of a hit defensively. But I also like having it's a tough dilemma because right now I think we're kind of a small team. And if you start Mitch and Towns at the same time, it's harder to stagger their minutes. But I thought tonight they did a good job of kind of staggering their minutes to where they're not on the court all the time at the same time. So you kind of spread out the height a little bit, because if you start both of them and play them together a lot, you lose a lot of size. And I love the energy Josh brought tonight in the starting lineup. He was looking amazing. But that was just kind of just the main points I wanted to bring up was really with the starting lineup and kind of your thoughts on that.
Yeah, appreciate the call, STG Knick on the Discord. I mean, in regards to a team like this, it's a little bit harder to not necessarily have an opinion, but it's a little bit harder because, again, the Hornets are the Hornets. You could see at times tonight their offense was outright inept to disorganized, and with LaMelo being the head of the snake and being relatively ineffective, you could see where their offense was a little bit disjointed. But also, from a matchup standpoint, with them being smaller, a bit more athletic, faster, I thought it was good for the Knicks to match up there, and I thought they matched up pretty well. Now, they still, especially in the first half, you still had those perimeter breakdowns that led to a couple easy paint points for the Hornets, especially early in the first quarter. So is that more on Towns? Is that more on your guards on the perimeter? I think it's more of the latter. But as you said, offensively, there's certainly advantages to him having to pull opposing centers away from the basket. Tonight, though, I mean, he was matched up on, Brandon Miller was guarding him. Like, I mean, they were just puny compared to Karl-Anthony Towns. So not only does the floor open up, but, size-wise, he was able to take advantage as well.
Yeah, and to that point, I feel like I'm more with, because he was asking if that's something we should stick to or if we should think about, because he's right. We don't have too much height, so I get his argument. But for me, I feel like it really comes down more to matchups, because more times than not, the matchup makes sense to have Towns next to Mitchell Robinson. But maybe there are those instances where it doesn't. But also, I think Mike Brown's done a good job. Maybe it's the time restraints that they still might have on Mitch, or maybe it's just the way Mike Brown wants it to be run. But I feel like Mike Brown's done a good job at, even when Mitch is starting next to Towns, he takes him out relatively quickly, brings him back out later on in the first and throughout the rest of the game. So I'm not really too concerned about them both being out there and then spreading us thin on our height problems with any other team where that matchup might be a thing. So I'm not really worried about that. So I think they can start out there fine together. I hear everything you're saying. It was great for the matchup for today, but we just talked about it with Milwaukee. I don't know if I'm doing that again against a Milwaukee where they do have a lot more height on that side. So
right.
I would look to start the two of them together. But I think the great call from STG. It brings up a very good point as far as trying to make do with the size and make it spread out. But the way Mike Brown subs it out, I think that shouldn't be an issue with the way that he spreads the minutes and has Cat playing the 5 in some instances, has them out there together. I'm not really too worried about the height being an issue long term with two of them playing together, personally.
Yeah, and that's a fair point. And also another thing I wanted to bring up too is that tonight they had a season low attempts from three. They only shot 25 threes, but it just also goes to show that you don't need to shoot a ton of threes to win. They put up 129 points on 25 threes. So when the threes, they don't have to hunt them. I thought they got, their points in a variety of ways tonight. I thought they cooked in the mid-range. Jalen was in the mid-range. So you don't always have to shoot a ton of threes, especially if they're not falling. So I like to see that as well too.
Yeah, I like that, man. I'm not with the settling for threes. Not like nothing wrong with the volume, but when they just get so complacent out there, especially on a team like this, and a lot of teams aren't boasting these just intimidating big men in the paint. A lot of times opportunities are there to just attack the basket, but you have too many guys kind of shining away from that contact. Towns at times can be like that. Mikal at times can be like that, but the Knicks need more of that. Like we just talked about Clarkson and his ability to get to the paint. Knicks need a couple more athletes in that regard, but for now, just got to deal with the guys that they have.
Yeah, I worry that the reason why the threes weren't put up at the same rate as they were in other games is because of how terrible Charlotte's interior defense. But I hope, to SCG's point, I hope that they learn that there are other ways to score. We don't have to just shoot the three to shoot the three. I'm, like you said, CP, I'm not all the way upset with us going to shooting a little bit more threes this year than we have in the past, but it's when we turn down floaters, we turn down opportunities at the rim just to pass it out, and we end up bricking those threes. So hopefully tonight they learn that they can do a bit of both. But I do think that the reason why we had so many less threes tonight was because of just the interior defense by Charlotte. It just didn't exist. And Brunson was carving them up. We talked about Clarkson carving them up. Hart having a great game. But yeah, hopefully they learn something from this, and it ends up being that we see that number go down just a little bit, but and trusting themselves getting to the rim. We'll see. Depends on the team, though.
True indeed. All right, let's see who else we got here. Shout out to Cliff Curval, 149 franchise channel member, $5 super chat. Says, thankful that the Knicks are sparing us from New York football. That is a good one. That is a great one. If you're a Giant and Jet fan, if you're a New York football fan, thank goodness for Knicks basketball to take the pain away. That's a good one, CK. That's a good one.
That's a great one. That's a great one.
Yeah. Have them Saints looking too.
Let's stick to y'all talk. Let's talk about New York football. Don't worry about what's happening down there. Especially after seeing Shador with his first start, and I'm over here watching 28-year-old Tyler Shuck. Let's not talk about the Saints. Let's not talk about it.
Nah, that Shador thing needs to be studied. It's
1000%.
incredibly polarizing. That whole thing needs to be studied. Absolutely.
Happy for him, though.
Absolutely. All right. Well, since we're in the giving mood of Thanksgiving, I think I'm going to give away one of these. I'm going to give away one of these chains for our guys at GLD, man. Absolutely. Shout out to our guys at GLD. Head over to GLD.com to get yours today. And this one right here is the Micro Cuban white gold 3mm chain, man. Shout out to our guys over at GLD for once again sponsoring today's show. Because listen, man, I like to look sharp, especially around the holidays, and that's why I rock with GLD, man. The men's jewelry used to be either cheap and flimsy or way overpriced. GLD changed all of that. And as I said, with this piece, with the Micro Cuban piece, quality, man, quality. And then the one thing that's dope about GLD is that you can add on your custom pendants. They have a Knicks, pendant that you can add on to the chain. And so that's one of the good things that I like about GLD is that you can really customize your look there and get the chain that fits you, man. So once again, head over to GLD.com for new customers, 50% off site-wide with code KFTV. But for tonight, CK, one lucky fan is going to go home with one.
Let's go.
And they know what they have to do. So right now, I'm going to filter the chat. We're going to filter it just for our franchise channel members. This is a franchise channel member exclusive. And we're going to see who's going to go home with the chain, man. Let's go. All right, let me get this here. Let's go members only. We're going to put slow-mo mode on. Let me get my trivia music on. There we go. It's kind of like Deal or No Deal. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The stage is set. And here we go, CK. The trivia questions are usually related to tonight's game and the matchups. If you franchise channel members haven't gotten hip to it. So this should have helped you prepare. And so we spoke about the Charlotte Hornets. We spoke about the New York Knicks. We spoke about Karl Anthony Towns. And the reason I mention all three of those entities, CK, is because the last trade between these two teams was between the Knicks, the Wolves, and the Hornets. The Hornets actually helped the Knicks facilitate the Karl Anthony Towns and Julius Randle blockbuster trade. The Hornets putting James Najee in that deal. He ends up going to the Knicks. So that was the most recent trade between these three teams, CK. Right. Now the question is, name the most prominent Knick who was traded in a transaction involving the Knicks and the Hornets prior to them acquiring Karl Anthony Towns. So you had the Knicks being a trade partner, the Hornets being a trade partner, not the only trade partner that brought back the last Knick prior to Karl Anthony Towns. Name that Knick.
So you have a particular name in mind?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I have my
So in other words, before the Towns trade, there was another trade involving the Knicks and the Hornets that brought a current Knick player to this roster. And I'll give you guys a hint because it's Thanksgiving. It was not a bilateral trade. Charlotte was just a part of the deal. Hey, this is a $100 chain, man. $150 chain. It ain't gonna be easy. Shout out to our guys at GLD for sponsoring the show. As I said, head over to GLD.com for 50% off site-wide. Oof. No answers.
Yeah, it's tough.
No answers, man. No answers so far. Oof. I'm seeing.
So they were a part of the deal, but they weren't the ones that were driving the deal. Okay.
Right. They were part of the deal.
Yeah.
And this is the deal prior to the Towns deal.
I think I have an answer. Okay.
That brought a current Knick to the team. Okay. Do we gotta roll this over into the next show? That might be history.
Right.
That might be history, man. Okay. Yep. K. Marco, current Knick.
Wise guy.
Daquan Jeffries. Oh boy. They are all the way out in the left field. Current Knick. Notable current Knick. There were several players in this deal. Okay. CK, do I have an answer for you? Do you have an answer for us?
Yeah, but I don't remember. So I'm only have this answer because I don't remember the full details of it.
Yeah.
You want me to give it or should I wait?
Yeah. You can give it because the answer's in the chat now.
Okay. I'm going with my guy Mikal. Right before, were they a part of that or was it just strictly us and Nets?
You are incorrect, sir. You are incorrect. The official answer is on February 9th, 2023.
Okay.
In a 4-team trade, the Charlotte Hornets traded Jalen McDaniels, a 24 second-round pick, to the Sixers. The Knicks traded Svi Mihailiuk to the Hornets.
Yeah.
The Knicks traded Ryan Arcidiacono, Cam Reddish, and Ante Tomic, and a 2023 first-round pick that turned out to be Chris Murray to the Portland Trail Blazers. And in exchange, the Portland Trail Blazers would send one Josh Hart to the New York Knicks. You gotta follow the themes, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta follow the themes of the night. Shout out to Kane Marco for taking home the GLD chain. Shout out to Kane and all those who participated.
Man, that's tough. That was a good one.
That was a tough one, man. That was a tough one.
Tough one, yeah.
You know, I got to throw some equalizers out there. Sometimes I throw curveballs, so softballs. Sometimes I'm throwing curveballs. It depends. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm on my Jenny Finch. Sometimes I'm on my Roger Clemens. You know what I mean?
Oh, I got you. And it's funny because that was a complicated trade. So that's crazy how that worked. Yeah, no.
It's a complex trade.
They earned that chain.
Yeah. They had to throw Svi in the deal. He was the sticking point.
Yeah.
He was the sticking point. They wanted Svi. No one said, I'll give you Svi. Give me Josh Hart. There you go, man. Shout out to K Marco, man. Send us your address. We'll get you your chain, pal.
K Marco, you earned that chain, brother.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good stuff here. All right, let's make sure I didn't miss any super chats. Oh, shout out my guy Tuto Azuri. Shout out to Tuto, man. $5 super chat says massive respect to kings of the New York Knicks, CP and CK. All diehards across the pond. Greetings from the entire rugby club team currently back in Italy. Cheers, lads. Shout out to Tuto, man. You know, shout out to Tuto, the entire rugby team out there in Italy. They rock with us, man.
Always showing love.
Yeah.
Always showing love.
For sure. All right, man. We'll close out the show with our guy Carlo. Carlo from Philippines. Carlo, how you feeling, man?
Hey, kumusta kayo?
How are you, man? Good to hear you, man.
That was a hard trivia.
Yeah, it was tough. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough, man. Yeah.
Anyway, these last two games, they should be able to smack those opponents easily. But I want to see more, and I want to see them compete against teams like Detroit. Particularly, I'm circling the calendar for December 7 for the Orlando Magic game.
Yeah.
The Knicks should be looking for revenge, and I'm kind of hating on that team right now with their shenanigans, particularly Wendell Carter and Suggs. But for this game, I want to commend Tyler Kolek. I'm a fan of his game. CK, I forgot if you're a LaMelo or a Lonzo Ball fan or ano. Is Lonzo your guy or
Lonzo's my guy. Yeah.
All right, okay. But let me try to compare Tyler's and Lonzo's game. Obviously, Lonzo has this size and the length, but in this age of YouTube and highlights, most kids like LaMelo, and I get it. But kids, just an advice: just watch Tyler Kolek's game, a full game, not highlights. Just go back to the fundamentals, particularly this game. No fancy passes, no fancy shots. There was a moment in the second quarter where he directed and waved off Cat from the three-point line all the way to the post where Cat dominated more. And I always tell my son, we may lack in size, but compensate every game by playing your heart out and putting effort on the defensive end. So that's all.
Yeah, man. Defense. Carlo, appreciate it, man. All right, that was Carlo from the Philippines.
Yeah.
There we go. Shout out to Carlo for sure. All right, man. We'll see. Listen, hey, time is now for Kolek. See if he can capitalize on these opportunities, especially with Shamet out.
Yep.
We'll see, man.
I'm rooting for the kid, man. I like him.
Absolutely. All right, man. Great show. Great show. All the mods. Great show to our franchise channel members. Shout out to everybody who's rocking with us on this Thanksgiving Eve. Salute to the replay gang. Shout out to Armand Dutta. Sends a $50 cash app and says this is for the Knicks pummeling the Charlotte Hornets on an NBA Cup matchup. So shout out to our guy Armand Dutta, man. Always supporting the machine. And yeah, man, if you guys want to send a donation via Cash App, you're certainly free to do so. The tag is $KFTV. We'll throw the Cash App up there. Yeah, simple, man. $KFTV. You can also send PayPal, KnicksFanTV@gmail.com. Everybody enjoy your Thanksgiving. Have a healthy and happy Thanksgiving. Shout out to our sponsors again. Shout out to DraftKings. Go to DraftKings.com. Use code KFTV. Bet $5 for $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins, plus 3 months of NBA League Pass. Check out our friends over at Square, square.com/go/KFTV to learn more. And head over to GLD.com. Use promo code KFTV for 50% off your first order. CK, enjoy it, man. We'll catch up with CK. Game of the week, play-by-play right here on KnicksFanTV, plus post-game as well, man. So CK, enjoy the Thanksgiving. Everybody at home, enjoy the Thanksgiving as well. And we'll see you guys Friday, same time, same place. Peace.